Ukraine claims Russian Navy commanders have been killed by a missile strike in Crimea. Help is on the way. The first aid convoy has reached Nargono-Karabakh since Azerbaijan captured the disputed territory 5 days ago. Armenia has called for international intervention to prevent ethnic cleansing in Nagorno-Karabakh, days after Azerbaijan seized control of the territory. And Sudan's army chief tells the BBC he's ready for peace talks with rebel forces. And how plans to make going abroad for surrogacy a crime in Italy could impact some families. Haiti's Prime Minister Ariel Henry has called for urgent United Nations action to bring stability to his country. He says the security situation has led to a new humanitarian crisis, displacing thousands of people. Mr. Henry said kidnappings for ransom, arson, massacres, sexual violence and people trafficking are all on the rise since violent gangs took control. He told the General Assembly the Security Council must act to authorise an international force to help Haiti's overstretched police and military subdue rampant armed gangs. The country's stability has deteriorated as its largest economic driver, agriculture production, slowed due to natural disasters like the devastating earthquake in 2010. Those have led to illnesses such as cholera spreading on a mass scale. Meanwhile, political corruption has made it nearly impossible for the Prime Minister to manage the chaos. The UN says more than 2,000 people have been killed in Haiti since the start of this year. A leading activist in China's Me Too movement has gone on trial for subversion. Journalist Sophia Wang Shuijin appeared in court in the southern city of Guangzhou on Friday with her co-accused, Labour campaigner Wang Jinbing. Ms. Wang, a freelance journalist, sparked the first Me Too case in 2018 after she helped a graduate student go public with accusations against her PhD supervisor. For the past year, Italy has had the most right-wing government since World War II. Now it's planning to criminalise people who travel abroad to have children via surrogacy, which is already banned at home. While the majority of Italians who seek surrogacy abroad are believed to be heterosexual, many same-sex parents fear the new law is targeting LGBT families by making it harder for them to have children. A recent Ipsos poll shows that 45% of Italians oppose the idea of surrogacy, but 45% were also in favour of granting legal recognition for children born via surrogacy. Tropical storm Ophelia is bringing heavy rain, storm surges and winds up and down the east coast of the US. The storm made landfall in North Carolina Saturday morning and is now working its way north. The main concerns are power outages and flooding. Tensions erupted in Paris during a protest against French police tactics. Protesters broke away from the main march, smashing the windows of a bank and, according to officials, attacking a police car. The Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin said the police had been subjected to unacceptable violence. The action comes just under 3 months since a police officer shot and killed a young man at a traffic stop. Hundreds of people turned out in England to welcome back a couple who've spent 6 years sailing around the world. After Matt Humphreys lost his job, he and Amy Cartwright sold everything and set off on their epic journey. They've been battered by storms and almost gave up, but they stuck at it, and Duncan Kennedy saw them arrive back in Portsmouth. In Ghana, hundreds of demonstrators gathered in the capital Accra on Saturday for a third day of anti-government protests linked to economic hardship. Dozens have been arrested for defying a police order not to assemble.